Hey guys, welcome back to Running with Curls. I'm Christina, and today we are going to be looking at my fall wash day. So if you follow me on Instagram or my blog, you know that I change up my curl care based on the seasons. And in Georgia, for the first time in I think 30 years, it actually feels like fall on the first day of fall. So here is my freshly washed hair. I cleansed today using the Evolve H, so this line. I used their shampoo, and then I conditioned with the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk, and I used their conditioning mask. So this is freshly washed hair. It is still wet. I dried off kind of the dripping moisture with my microfiber towel, but during the fall, I do like to style on wet curls just because I have kind of medium porosity hair, which means it retains moisture pretty well, but when the air is drier, my hair does crave more moisture than normal. So I like to style on wet hair just because that adds some moisture. So first thing that I am going to do is my leave-in conditioner. This is no different than my summer routine. I do switch up the products I use though based on what my curls need. So today I'm using the Evolve H line, the Smart Curl leave-in conditioner. This does have a little bit of protein, but it does not have as much protein as the leave-in that I use during the summer. So during the summer, I normally stick with the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk leave-in because that has rice proteins and the protein is higher up on the ingredient list. When you're trying to figure out how much protein or moisturizing products you have in your stylers, look on the ingredients. The higher up in the ingredients, the more concentrated or the more you have of that ingredient. So with this one, we have water, we have glycerin. Glycerin is going to be a product that helps hydrate. It's a humectant, which means that it actually retains and absorbs moisture from the air. I do not use glycerin during the summer months because in Georgia, it's super humid. So if I put a bunch of humectants in my hair, as soon as I walk outside, those humectants are going to activate and all the humidity in the Georgia air is going to suck into my curls and I'm gonna look like Monica from Friends. So during the fall, I start incorporating products with glycerin back into my hair care routine because that's going to help my curls stay moisturized when the fall air, which is drier, starts coming into Georgia. So use my humectant glycerin full leave-in conditioner for the fall. Then the product that I really incorporate in the fall and winter are curl creams. During the summer, I don't really use a lot of curl creams. My hair craves protein in the summer. That is just what it does. During the fall, my hair craves moisture. Again, if you've been following along on Instagram or my blog, you have seen that I had literally one of the worst hair days that I can remember last week. I had major protein overload because the weather had started to change and I had not changed up my curl routine. So these are my curl creams of choice. They are currently my favorite. I do plan on trying out some new ones this fall, so I'm really excited about that. But I have the Evolve H, the Super Curl Cream. This one was gifted to me. I absolutely love it. If you do want to try this, there's the link on Shop My Instagram on my blog. And if you use the code Running with Curls, you can save 15% off your total purchase. So this is my kind of go-to curl cream right now. I also love, this one's going to be kind of your less expensive option, the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk defining cream. So both of those are great. This one does have protein in it, but it also, if you look at the ingredients, it has shea butter. So your curl creams are going to be thicker than a leave-in, and they're really going to help to coat your curls and help keep them moisturized. So in the fall, that is something that I love. I am actually going to be using both of these today. So starting with the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk, this is how much I use. Okay, not a ton. With curl creams, you can easily overdo it because they can tend to be heavier. There are several curl creams that unfortunately with my hair I cannot use. So you really want to make sure that you read the ingredients in your curl creams, because that's where you're going to have the heavier oils and the heavier butters, like shea butter, that if you have hair like mine, so I don't have super fine hair, I have kind of medium density hair, but heavier oils like coconut oil, large amounts of shea butter can really weigh down my curls. So make sure you're reading your ingredients. So I start with just my Not Your Mother's Curl Talk curl cream and kind of just, you saw me kind of rake that into my curls. I didn't use a ton of it. Then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to combine, so this is one of my favorite gels, the light cream gel from Bounce Curl. I'm going to combine this with the curl cream from Evolve. So just going to take about this much of the gel, about a quarter-sized amount, and then 1 pump of the curl cream. This curl cream is a little thinner, so it emulsifies really well with the gel. And you can see it blends really well together. There's not like weird clumps. So that's going to show me too that it's going to mix really well in my hair. It's going to combine and not do unfortunate things. So I'm going to rake this in on one side, and then I'm going to use the same amount of product and rake it in on the other side. So again, I'm going to use my gel, 1 pump of the curl cream. I'm going to emulsify that together and rake it through my curls on the other side and the back of my hair. So now that I have my products, I'm going to go ahead and scrunch my curls. You can hear, so over, you can also hear Sadie chewing on her bone in the background, but over that, you should be able to hear the squish when I scrunch my hair. And so that is just showing me that my curls are nice and moisturized, which is what I want. I'm actually going to add 1 more kind of dollop of the gel and curl cream mixture just to the back of my curls. The back of my hair tends to be the spot that doesn't necessarily like to behave the way it should. So again, 1 pump. You can see it's a lot thinner of a curl cream, but it has awesome ingredients in it. So Evolve was gifted to me and I absolutely love it. I cannot say enough positive things about it. Smells super fresh. It doesn't have any fragrances in it and no parabens, no sulfates. Very curly girl approved, and my curls love it. So now that I have all of that worked in, I am going to curl train a couple sections of just kind of the front. So you can see these guys need a little bit of help. This is kind of the section that I always curl train. I just really like these ringlets right at the front just to kind of frame my face. So you absolutely can curl train all of your hair. It takes forever. I've done it a couple of times. Definitely not my go-to as far as styling, just because it takes a really long time. But it does give you really pretty spiral curls. And again, just to reiterate, I say this in all of my videos, but curl training is not going to teach your curls to do something different than what they do naturally. I naturally have 3B sometimes 3C really tight ringlets. That's what my natural curl pattern is. Curl training enhances that. I did not teach my hair to become these ringlets. If you do not have 3B curls, teaching or curl training is not going to train your waves to become curls. That's not the way that curl training works. It simply enhances your natural curl pattern. So I have had people in the past say, well, I used your curl training and it just didn't make my curls look like yours. Well, if you don't have curls that look like mine, it's not going to do that. So just keep that in mind when you are curl training. It's enhancing what you have. It's not teaching your curls to behave a different way. So there we go. Just kind of curl trained a couple of sections. So normally what I do is I'll curl train these top sections right here, and I'll curl train the couple of clumps right by my face. So again, if you've seen me before, you know I love to diffuse. So I am going to be diffusing today, and during the fall, again, I don't want to diffuse on a super high heat because I don't want to dry out my curls. So I'm going to do a medium heat and medium speed. Super high speed is going to break up my curl clumps. Not what I want to do. Super low speed or super low heat is going to take forever for my curls to dry. So I am going to diffuse my fall curls and come back and show you the results. So it took me about 15-20 minutes to blow dry. So here are my curls before I scrunch out the crunch. So I had mentioned in my blog that when the seasons change, one of the ways that I knew I needed to switch up my curl routine was that it did not matter how much gel I put in my hair. I could not scrunch out the crunch. It would just absorb it. It was not doing what I needed it to do. So these products don't create a super hard cast with the gel that I used, but there is a little bit of one. So I'm going to use my microfiber towel, and this is a different one than I use to dry my hair, because if I use the same one, I would just be putting moisture back into my hair, and that would not be good. So just going to scrunch it a little bit just to break up that cast. And there we go. Beautiful fall curls ready to go. Super pleased with the results and loving that it is sweater weather. So make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. And let me know, drop in the comments, what is your favorite way to switch up your routine when it starts getting cooler and you start experiencing fall? So thanks so much, guys.